Welcome to Rich Keys Trading Channel, where we unlock one candle at a time. Please pay attention to the disclaimer on your screen. And with that out of the way, let's get into the charts. Okay, welcome back, my fellow traders and my team traders. Okay, so today is Sunday, the 7th of December 2025, and I just want to share the update that I promised to give on the DXY, the dollar index during the week. So this is the weekly chart, right? And the weekly closed with a strong bearish candle, suggesting that now the whole bullish position it's over. If you put this candle and this candle together, this becomes a bearish engulfing candle overshadowing this bullish candle we had 3 weeks ago. So for now, I think the tops is in for the dollar index. All my targets above this level are invalidated. So we canceling all the targets above. Okay, this is hit at double top, and I'll show you right here on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, this is a pure double top. This double top has made its way all the way down, and it looks like it's broken the neckline of the double top, which is somewhere right about here. Okay, so right about here is your neckline or the base of the top. We broke below it and we have bounced slightly above it. We closed the day with an indecision, candle on Friday. So there's a pattern here that's suggesting some consolidation is happening here. Okay. Now I do envisage based on this consolidation that um, because the daily stochastics is down, we're already cruising cycle low already. Um, and RSI is also hit the well oversold and bounce. Potentially will come back and make either a divergence right here, come back into this low, make a divergence, and then we go up. Okay. If you look at MACD, and this is my first MACD settings, you could see these two histogram bars are beginning to give you an early signal that there is some form of a momentum shift. Okay. So based on these, I envisage that that support is probably going to hold some strength. And if it does hold some strength, then I'm expecting Dixie to bounce probably to about what this level here, 99.032, somewhere right here, just below the 21 EMA. Because officially, if you go on the daily, you look on the daily, we have our 9 crossing our 21. That's very significant. Okay, these two major moving averages has already crossed. The likelihood that we'll make it to a retrace of 99,233 is very slim, and it gets slimmer towards 99 422, unless of course with the Fed rate news this week, unless during the Fed rate news they push the price so high here and then reverse it. But after this move is done, I just wanted to see something on the weekly, and that's what I wanted to share with you. That on the weekly, officially we have our cycle turned down. Okay, the last time this happened, it wasn't good. That was somewhere right here. I think in January is when this happened on the weekly, and we hit a cycle turn down. It was all the way down until we hit our cycle low in April, and then went up, and then a little bit. So this is very crucial. On a weekly cycle, turn down is crucial, and that's what I want to point out. Then on top of that, officially, as you can also look, we held above the 50% on my RSI settings. Now, officially, here we've crossed the 50% line, giving you the bearish tone on the dollar index. If you look at your normal MACD, and this is the 1226 9 EMA setting, okay, momentum is drying out gradually. We did not make it above the zero line in terms of the MACD line and the signal line, and the histogram bars are giving you the heads up that momentum is coming out. Okay, I don't think this is going to continue going up anymore. Just like we hit here and momentum started coming down. And then, of course, once we crossed, it was all the way down. We haven't crossed yet on the weekly, so there's still some hope for the bounce that I'm looking for on the Dow index. Um, if you compare it also to my long range RSI, this is a 21 period RSI. We just hit right at the 50% level, and we're facing resistance, and then we're coming down. And so if this RSI was supposed to come all the way down to even this level, you could imagine the fall on the Dow index. So the Dow index is probably done its retrace up, and the next potential target is way down after the bounce. Okay, I still expect some bounce with the Fed rate card news this week, and that bounce is probably going to be it. It's going to be like a dead cat bounce, and from there it's probably just going to make its way down based on the weekly setting. If you go on the monthly setting tells also that MACD, I mean stochastic, is almost at cycle high, which means by the time this bounce happens, this would have already cruised to a cycle high and will be making its way down. Um, so nothing really good as I see right now. RSI on the monthly moved off the well oversold level, cruised up to about just 45, still below the 50% level, and we might probably be coming lower than this low. Okay, similar to what we had here. All right, price came lower than this low, and then we form a divergence. So that's what I've been looking for on the Dow index. So I think I spent enough time sharing my thoughts and idea that I had for the week. I'm looking for a bounce based on the weekly, the daily, and if you look here on 4 hours, just to wrap it up, this gap is where I'm expecting that the Dow index fills. My brother has a moving average strategy where he says when the 200 and the 50, basically a dead cross occurs on 4 hours or daily, then what happens is price will rally into the dead cross before the dump. So let's see how that plays out. But this gap that occurred here on December 2nd into, yeah, somewhere around December 2nd, thereabout, I'm expecting that the bounce would close this gap, and then of course the journey down continues. So that's my 2 cents on the Dow index. Trade cautiously, everyone. um, Risk management, money management is your first priority as a trader. So make sure these are being put in place, and have a great trading week. Cheers, everyone. Bye.
Thank you for listening and unlocking trade ideas and insights with us. One candle changed everything today. I hope you can already see how today's analysis can transform your trading decisions. If today's breakdown helped you spot opportunities or potential risks you would have otherwise missed, please consider subscribing and imagine what we will uncover together next time. Kindly give the video a like and share with an investor or a trader you care about. They would thank you when it saves them from a bad trade or a missed opportunity. Until next time, keep unlocking profits one candle at a time, and we'll meet again in the next video presentation. Cheers.